Out of bounds, Detroit basketball.
Cops is watching, the streets is talking. Your hopes are holders unfaithful. Holders unfaithful. Your family ungrateful. Your niggas ain't loyal.
Clock D's, bar trees, out of drop V. Rep Detroit every time I'm in front of a camera. Clock G's, bar trees, out of drop V.
Pistons fans, what's going on, man? Let's talk some preseason basketball. Detroit Pistons preseason game 3 today. Washington Wizards today. Blew them out today. Detroit Pistons just came to play today. The Washington Wizards, not so much. Westbrook didn't play today. That was absolutely disappointing. I wanted Killian to go up against Russ. But, you know, notable thing about Killian Hayes, man, is his defense. For the last 2 games, I've really been watching him on the defensive end. And he has better defense than I thought he would have. Able to stick with guys, able to get his hand in there, able to get them hands up high, block some shots by him being a big guard. Definitely was causing some problems today. But not only him, the Pistons have a really good, legit chance to be a really pesky team on defense. Our biggest problem right now sits at the 5 position. With Plumlee down there taking up those minutes at the 5 man, I'd rather have a guy down there that's an actual presence, and he is not. And this is not even a joke segment. He's just not good. If it was up to me, I would trade him for a bag of rock salt to the Wizards, and I'll take Thomas Bryant instead. He showed the passion, and he was blocking some shots today instead of Plumlee. Plumlee's horrible. Anyway, but yeah, Killian Hayes, man, and also Josh Jackson, man, and Svi today. Svi was playing some pretty good defense today. These guys on defense, man, we all know Jerry McGrant is good on defense. Was able to knock down some threes today. That was good to see. Still a little wild out there. You can tell he's trying to still figure things out in the wrong spots at times, stuff like that. Like I said, all that stuff, it'll go away. Trust me. Jerry McGrant is too much of too hell of a hard worker for that. But it was good to see him knock down some shots. Josh Jackson definitely is getting himself back into form. His legs are up under him. He's taking the opportunity very seriously. Like I said, his feet got in for a minute, and he did what he does, knocked down some shots. But Josh Jackson and Sekou, the boy of the day, was absolutely a joy to watch. I would love to see them play together more often. Josh Jackson is gunning for that 2 spot. That's what he's doing, man. He's gunning for that 2 spot. Him and Mikhailuk will definitely be alternating that shooting guard. That's definitely going to happen. But Josh was gunning for it today, and he was on both ends of the basketball playing his soul out today. Like I said, in the limited time that he was out there, I was very impressed. But Sekou, once again, for the second night was, man, it was just a beautiful thing to see. Him take the next step forward is what I wanted to see. That's what I was telling y'all at the preseason game 1. And ever since then, he's been taking the initiative to, when he's in a game, to be a presence on that basketball court. So that's what I wanted to see from the young fella, and that's what he did today. Blake Griffin didn't take a shot until the second half. He was letting the young guys go today. It's preseason. It's not about Blake Griffin trying to get 20 and 10. He knows that, him being a veteran that he is, man, and the willing passer that he is. He was just out there to support the young guys and let them, get themselves into rhythm, because he knows at the end of the day when the season starts, that'll favor him. So, that was absolutely... That Mason Plumlee made 1 play today. 1. He made a play today. He got in the passing lane, and he ran down, and I thought he would at least try to dunk it. He just laid it up. It was so whack. But anyway, Jahlil Okafor had a tough time at the beginning, man. Late in the fourth quarter, though, he started to come on a lot. That hook shot started falling, but You know, like I said, when you got long guys like Lopez, y'all already know Lopez is a big dude, man. Him and you know, a long young guy like Thomas Bryant, man. Okafor is not as big and thick as he used to be. He can't just bully guys down there. So he's trying to figure out ways to get his game going down there on a post where he's more finesse. And but today he was he had his downs, and then he had his ups. So, you know, that's that. You know, the other guys, the other young guys, Sadiq was off today. He's entitled today. He's a young guy. But Isaiah Stewart today, I mean, he got in at garbage time, like 4 something minutes on the clock. You know, my thing with Casey is, you know, Blake Griffin, I felt him and Derrick Rose played a little bit too much today. Just like Ellington, those dudes, you know, in the second half, they really could have sat out, to be honest. There was really no reason to have Blake Griffin out there for that long. Yes, I know you haven't played basketball, but you got to be conscious-minded as a coach and say, hey, man, you know, let's not do too much, because yeah, this is Blake Griffin we're talking about here. He should definitely have been sitting down, especially the whole fourth quarter. So I don't know what that's about. Y'all already know what it is with Dwayne Casey in the lineup sometimes. But yeah, you know, as far as the young guys, the other young guys, they didn't really get an opportunity to play enough to do anything, to be honest. He put them in so late, so, you know, but for what we did have on the court, it was definitely a joy to watch the young guys go, man. To watch them young guys go, especially Josh and Sekou. That was beautiful. The defense was absolutely there today. And the Pistons, like I said, have a really legit chance to be a really good defensive team this year. But we still are missing that one guy. We need that 5, man. We need that 5. I'd rather, you know, would have had the young guy that we had instead of Plumlee. So with that being said, you know, I don't know what else to tell y'all, man. We stuck with this guy, so it is what it is. And we just have to deal with it. We just have to deal with it. So, but for today's game, man, those two were the players of the game. So it was Sekou and Josh Jackson today. I can't even put one over the other one, man, because they both impressed me so much today. So with that being said, and wait, now let's talk about Killian on the offensive end. Now, he knocked down a 3 today. Yeah, he did. He shot a few floaters today. He has to have more confidence going to the right and using that right hand. He had an opportunity to make a layup with his right hand, but he didn't take it. He went with his left hand going right. He has to keep working on it. He has been working on it, but that's going to come over time. Like I said, this kid has plenty of time to work on that right hand layup and going to the right, using that right hand more. We've seen so many players do it, but so many players came into the league with that same issue. So, you know, he definitely will have plenty of time to do that. We're not looking for the Pistons to be world beaters anytime soon. It's going to take some years before they're really something serious to talk about. It's going to take at least at least 3 years before we talking about the Pistons in the playoffs really doing some things. They have to add more in the draft, but at the same time acquire more through free agency. So, like I said, he has plenty of time to work on that. There's no rush with these young guys. Him, Sekou, you know, they all young. All of them young, man. All of them young. So they have plenty of opportunity and plenty of time to work on their games, man. And it's definitely going to be a blast for us to watch the progression of these young men as they do what they got to do and get better. So those are my notes for the game for the Detroit Pistons and the Washington Wizards today. On to the last preseason game. And I'll be waiting to do my evaluations, man. Let's keep an eye open and, you know, go Pistons. I'll see you guys later.